All right, so this is our Fatigue O2 page, and Perry, you're kind of our poster child for this protocol. You just go to Live O2, drop under, and look down at the exhaustion. And so we go through the nature of fatigue, and then the condition I was trying to remember before is called fibromyalgia, whereas if the muscles stay sufficiently hypoxic for a long time, then you end up with structural defects in the neurological tissue, et cetera. So, for anybody that's looking at fatigue and overcoming fatigue, this page on our site is a pretty good starting point for understanding the role of oxygen in remediating and, in Pear's case, durable resolution to the problem or the issue. All right.
That is, Mark, the issue in all of this is it durable? And I have the question on a regular basis. I go talk to doctors today, and the whole question is, what's the durability? And at the end of the day, the durability I need is my body healing itself. So I don't need external solutions because that's not really durable. It's almost always treating a symptom. So for people who have any sort of chronic illness or disorder, the question you have is, how do you heal yourself? And I came to the fastest way to kill a cell is actually electricity, but most of the time we don't do that to ourselves. Naturally, it's oxygen. So I always focus back on that is I have to give my body more oxygen first, and then secondarily more, glucose, ATP production. So I always start at oxygen because that is where the body starts. And I'm amazed how few medical professionals actually understand that. I just had a neurologist appointment this week, and I didn't even get into it because I could have out-argued this guy on oxygen. And it's unfortunate. But if you have a chronic illness, I would encourage you to look at oxygen being where you start the recovery, because that's an internal fix. And when you internally fix the body, the symptoms are lessened or go away.
Well, let me redefine this. So if you use the word fatigue or exhaustion in a sentence, okay, the literal cause of exhaustion is your body isn't making enough energy to enable you to operate normally. Okay. And there are two basic substrates to energy production, which is oxygen and glucose, or, fuel. And your body makes energy by combining the fuel and the oxygen. Yep. Okay. And if anything interferes with the presence or sufficiency of those at the cellular level, then you're going to be tired or fatigued. Okay. But when you go take a look at the medical model, a doctor will never ask the question. They will put a pulse oximeter on your finger and say, wow, you've got plenty of oxygen. But the oxygen in the blood does not equal oxygen in the cell. And the thing that Live O2, particularly with the adaptive contrast, is it's handling or optimizing and in most cases restoring that last leg of the journey from the cell to the oxygen, which is exactly what Dr. Rowan is talking about in the fatigue presentation here. Because and it's just like passive oxygen. You put a mask on and breathe oxygen. Well, that puts oxygen in the lungs, but it does nothing to move it from the lungs to the tip of your finger or your toe or your brain or any other part of the body. Yep. Okay. And that's where the, oxygen with exercise, well, the exercise part moves it further. But the oxygen plus the exercise plus the adaptive contrast that really challenges the vascular system to move the blood is what gets it from here to everywhere else better than any other known method.